forces within the White House. I don't know if you guys saw, Trump gets on TV this morning, he goes, oh, American patriots are gonna die. Oh, and that's okay. That's okay because the children of the Epstein class won't be the people going out to fight and die so that we can get regime change in Iran. It won't be the bankers on Wall Street who go out and fight and die. It won't be the politicians in the White House or in Congress. It won't be any of the elites who are holding our country hostage in a war that does not benefit the American people. The American people do not want a war. 80% of the American people are opposed to this war. American soldiers do not want to fight the Iranian people.
We have no democracy anymore. We have no constitution, and we need to take back our republic. Otherwise, there will be increasing wars, unstopped wars.
It's absolutely disgraceful. Not one American serviceman should die for Israel's war in the Middle East. Not one American serviceman should come home in a body bag, and our servicemen do not want to fight. On the aircraft carriers that they have parked outside of Iran, you have thousands of American servicemen intentionally clogging the toilets and trying to flood the aircraft carrier because they know that the Iranian people are not their enemy. They know that Wall Street is their enemy. The most anti-war people in this country are our servicemen. And why? Because they're actually the people that are going over there to fight.
Enough war! You were lied to about Iraq. You were lied to about Afghanistan. You were lied to about every war that has ever been fought in this country. Enough wars for nothing. Bring our troops home, protect the United States. Clean up this country. Put them to work.
Hey, CPI is out here on the streets of Portland, Oregon to say no war with Iran.
We need peace now. Iran did not attack us. Iran actually doesn't want nuclear weapons, but they have a right to develop nuclear power as any country has.
We should not start a war in Iran. Let Trump figure that out. This isn't our war. Our war is in the USA where we got to worry about our own people. He is putting Americans last. He's Israel first. Trump is for Israel, you guys.
Oh, hey, Tony, what's going on? What's going on? We got war with Iran. Hennepin County Medical Center, the biggest hospital in Minneapolis, is going to close this summer. Why? Because we got money for war, and we got money for ICE, for killing American citizens. Her name's Nicole Good, Alex Preddy. We got money for war. Iran is not our enemy. Epstein and the Israel lobby are the enemy. No war for bail. Iran is not our enemy.
All right. I'll start off by saying that I do not speak for everyone here. These opinions are my own. But I want to say I do think it is wrong that the military murdered Ayatollah Khamenei. He was a strong leader who protected religious freedom in Iran. He protected Christians, protected Muslims, protected Jews. He had provided good healthcare and education for people, and so I think it's wrong to go kill leaders, especially good ones.
Well, I'm at a major intersection in St. Louis, trying to let people know that Iran is not our enemy. I've received a lot of positive feedback from people, but we all need to get out of our comfort zones and get into the streets and protest this insidious war.
Why are you here protesting today?
Oh, hi. Thanks for asking. I'm here because of what's happening with the U.S. agreed to bomb Iran with Israel. This is not what the people want. 80% of the American people are pissed off about this.
The world is watching us because we are in the belly of the beast, but we are the heart of free speech. And that is why I'm able to get up here and say, free the world from tyranny, Affordability. That's one of the huge issues in America right now. People can't pay rent, can't buy a house, can't afford their car, can't afford car insurance, food, you name it. And fighting Iran isn't going to help that. In fact, it's going to hurt it, because you're going to see there's going to be a reaction in the market, because you're going to have a disruption to trade. You're going to have a disruption to the crude oil movement. That's going to make things a lot worse. So Americans want nothing to do with this. They're not going to benefit. There's a tiny, tiny little group of people that we know now as the Epstein Class. They are the ones perpetrating this war.
Video of the Francis Scott Key Bridge near Baltimore collapsing. Tell me, did the Iranians collapse that bridge? No. That bridge was collapsed because the public budget doesn't have enough to maintain the infrastructure of America. You look around this country, they are literally unpaving the roads in 27 different states. Municipalities cannot maintain paved roads. They don't have enough money. They're unpaving roads all across America. Our life expectancy has gone down by 2 years. Is Iran the one doing this to us? No. This is being done by big corporations, vultures, bankers that are looting the public budget to serve an international system. They sink their fangs into Africa, they sink their fangs into Latin America, they sink their fangs into Asia, and they have U.S. military bases to accompany the corporations to extract huge profits from across the planet, while we, the American people, the American working class, American working families are left behind.
Do you feel like Americans are waking up?
I hope they are, because Israel totally controls both political parties 100%. There is no representation of Americans in this government. It's all Israel. It's all Israel. And Israel is using America.
Innocent men, women, and children in Iran. Just remember, those same people have no problem doing that to us. And the Epstein files are a perfect example. Let me tell you something. War is coming. You know why? Because half of this country isn't working. The same is true in the United Kingdom, in England. The same is true in Germany. People are not working. There's no work because of robotics, AI, and mechanization. You can't have a situation where 20% of the population is supporting 80%. War is coming.
Because of the way they want to structure the system that only benefits them and their friends and their financial bottom line. And we are really pushing for a win-win situation, which is how the world can function and thrive.
Iran is not our enemy. Please check out our website at cpiusa.org. Thank you.
CPI is here in Little Tokyo. No war with Iran.
No war with Iran. No more wars. No more wars to overthrow governments like Syria, like the CIA's attempts to overthrow Venezuela, their attempts to genocide the people of Cuba by the illegal blockade. And now they're trying for a third or fourth time in this administration to overthrow Iran. Leave the Iranians alone. We need to focus on the American people. And we can demand a government of action for working families, for Americans.
We want this to end. We want to end U.S. support for Israel and end these imperialist wars. Now, join the CPI.
Remember Baal worship in the Old Testament? When the Israelites were worshiping Baal and sacrificing their children for a false god? Are we going to sacrifice our children for Baal, for Epstein? Hell no! My kid is not going to go to war for Israel and for Epstein. No war with Iran! No war with Iran! No war with Iran! Iran is not our enemy! Iran is not our enemy! Iran is not our enemy!
The U.S. needs to get out of Venezuela. We are here because, but the big reason for people here is because we don't want to spend money on wars. We want to spend money on, the people can decide. Jobs, education, justice, release the Epstein files. That's extremely important. And, a lot of people have a good here have a good head on their shoulders I've talked to.
And we know what happened in Libya, the most prosperous country on the African continent. Our government overthrew them for Israel, and now the most prosperous country on the African continent holds open-air slave markets and is run by ISIS. We're overthrowing a very stable country that is concerned with sovereignty and developing the standard of living for their people so that ISIS can move into Iran. This war is not about preventing terrorism. This war is going to create more terrorism than you could ever believe.
You can read about the Union plan that Israel implemented to incite the people of the region against each other. And that's what's happening right here in the United States. They're trying to polarize us into this false political polarization. Red state versus blue state, religious versus secular, conservative versus liberal, urban versus rural. It's fake. The American people on all sides don't want this war. 81%. That's a really solid majority. The American people on all sides want to protect their civil liberties and their free speech. On all sides, solid majority. The American people want our economy to get strong again. On all sides, solid majority. The only people benefiting from the policies that our leaders are implementing are a small, wealthy elite. And we need to get over the fake polarization of woke versus MAGA and have a real polarization of the 99% versus the 1% of the American people in their millions standing up to the war makers and the international bankers that have seized control of our country.
We, like you were saying, Caleb, this country, you've been paying 40 years of triple rents in New York. You've been paying, what they have is a system of high rents and low wages. Their system of high rents and low wages is being exported around the world. That's what attacking Venezuela is about.
Iran has no ability to attack the United States mainland. They don't have a way of bombing this country. It is us that has the ability to hurt them. And they are trying to fear-monger you, fear-porn you into wanting to hurt this country. And for what? Iranians are not your enemy. When they say death to America, they don't mean death to you personally. They mean death to the system. And most Americans would agree. This system sucks.
How they rigged up pagers with explosives and blew up pagers. These are people with no honor. Back in the day, they talked about chivalry and martial virtue. How war was a test of one's masculinity. It was a way that people showed honor. There's no honor in what these people are doing. There's absolutely no honor in the way the Israelis fight. They fight dirty. They fight like cowards. And their assassinations of leaders, it's an absolutely cowardly thing that they do. There's nothing honorable, nothing honorable about the way the United States is attacking Iran, the way Israel is attacking Iran right now. And they would like to rob us of leaders that we can look up to.
So the only time that the Democrats applauded Trump in the State of the Union speech is when he said he was going to go to war in Iran. Then the Democrats applauded. They all agreed. They love it because the Democrats are owned by the Israel lobby. That you have no representation. These people don't represent the American people. They represent Israel. That's who pays for their campaigns. And have you noticed what Israel has done in the past 2 years? They slaughtered 100,000 innocent children. They slaughtered them with your tax money, with your blood, sweat, and tears. They have committed the worst genocide in world history.
We need an American government that invests in America and not in killing people around the world. We need a government of action that'll fight for working families. And we don't have that right now. We have a government that enriches a small, wealthy elite by death, destruction, and degrowth. And that is what we've got to stand against. The American people in their millions are unhappy. And they interpret it in many different ways. There are many different understandings of what's going on, but everybody knows it. They know in their bones that our government isn't loyal to us. It's loyal to a group of very, very rich people who do not care about us and have sold us down the river to enrich themselves. And they're getting us into a new war, a war that does not benefit us.
Very good.
people united will never be defeated. The people united will never be defeated. Yada, 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 yada. The people united will never be defeated.
In the 1980s, Iran was giving support to the ANC in South Africa. At the same time, the U.S. was calling Nelson Mandela a terrorist. This has been repeated again right now, with the U.S. calling Palestinians terrorists, while at the same time Iran is fighting for them.
Iran is not the enemy, folks. Israel's the enemy. The Zionists are the enemy. Epstein elitists are the enemy. We should not go to war with Iran.
Why should Israel have hundreds of nuclear bombs, but somehow Iran cannot do that? It's hypocrisy, and it's obviously politics. The politics of the greater Israel project at play here.
A president who will put America first, not Israel first. Who will put America first, not Ukraine first. Who will put America first, not Taiwan first. Who will put America first and not the people who are making profits off of death and destruction all around the world. We need peaceful development with Iran, not war and death and destruction.
We occupied Afghanistan and turned it into a heroin farm, a giant heroin farm, and now children are dead on our streets from heroin. That's what that war got us. It got us lots of dead Americans from opioids. You look at what they did to Iraq, all the refugees created. You look at all the refugees created by U.S. military intervention in Syria, U.S. military intervention in Libya. We don't benefit from these wars. We are not getting wealthier. We are being robbed by the same people that start these wars and the same people that want us to hate Iran. The reality is these wars serve a global international system. And our leaders might wave the flag and beat the podium, but they're not loyal to America. Trump said America first. He should have said Israel first. That's what he meant. Because this war doesn't benefit us. Just like the invasion of Iraq didn't benefit us. Just like the destruction of Libya and the destruction of Syria didn't benefit us. These wars are not benefiting the American people. They're benefiting the international monopolies and huge corporations that are looting this country. And the American working people are against this war.
How many thousands of American troops are going to die so that we can occupy Iran, so that we can get regime trained? How many millions and millions of dollars are going to be spent on a war with Iran? It's absolutely disgraceful. When 1 in 5 Americans is effectively illiterate, but we're not spending money on education. We're not spending money on colleges and housing or education or healthcare. 1 in 4 American children goes to bed hungry every night. 1 in 4 American children is chronically food insecure, but we don't have a government that is focused on making sure that American children are fed. Instead, we have a class of people who are focused almost exclusively on exploiting children, on the Epstein Class, on going to war with Iran, murdering 134 little girls in Iran this morning. It was just on the news on purpose. Just prove how brutal and disgusting they are. They don't serve the American people. They don't serve the interests of the American people. The 80% of American citizens who are against this war, who want justice and education and housing and healthcare.
What country has not signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty? Israel. What country continues to get U.S. aid in violation of the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty? Israel. Iran has peaceful nuclear energy, but they gave it up. In 2015, they shut down almost all their peaceful nuclear power plants in exchange for the USA lifting sanctions. And then what happened? They got their top general killed, the sanctions were reimposed, the USA stabbed him in the back. The Iran nuclear deal was betrayed. So what are they supposed to do? What are they supposed to do if you give up all your power plants in exchange for the USA not attacking you and the USA lifting your sanctions? And then they go around and do exactly what they promised not to do. What is Iran supposed to do? They made a nuclear deal and it was ripped up and betrayed. So now they're going to build peaceful nuclear energy. They have the right to peaceful nuclear power plants. They have the right to it. And until Israel gives up its 200 nuclear weapons, nobody in the Middle East, nobody has the right to make any demands on any Muslim country. Israel has not signed the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty. They have a huge stockpile of nuclear weapons. We shouldn't be supporting them. That's illegal under the Non-Proliferation Treaty. They violated it. And so they want to tell us that Iran shouldn't be able to get one nuclear bomb, which they don't even want. But yet Israel has a stockpile of nuclear weapons. It's absolutely ridiculous.
And we need to rebuild our country. In order to do that, we need to stop the wars. Trump has lied about the intentions of these wars. He's lied about the fact that Iran was opposed to building a nuclear weapon. He abandoned the JCPOA.
The majority of Americans who voted for Trump because they felt that maybe he would be more anti-war. They thought that maybe he would put America first. And instead, he's cowered before the Israel lobby. Oh God, please don't impeach me. Oh please, I'll do whatever you want, Mr. Netanyahu. I'm not a sovereign country. I don't care about the American people. I'm just gonna go murder 100,000 children in the Middle East.
In 2007, you had General Wesley Clark come out and say that the U.S. was trying to overthrow 7 countries in 5 years, which included Iran. It also included Libya. It also included Syria. And we see what happened with those countries.
This is a desperate call to reject the war in Iran right now. And we're out here to demonstrate that we cannot afford a war. We should worry in our own infrastructure, in our own country, worry about our people, but Trump has not done that so far. So MAGA voters, you guys need to worry about what he's doing. He is not putting Americans first. He wants your kids to die. He wants to send your children in a war that's not ours. But yeah, we have a homeless crisis in America where we're not putting Americans first. America's last. So MAGA voters, you guys need to start waking up. You guys need to start putting your foot down. When is enough enough? Enough with the nonsense, Trump.
And Franklin Graham, I'm calling you out right now, Franklin Graham. You spend your days on Facebook giving Trump a blowjob for Epstein regime, saying, pray for Trump, pray for America as we bomb kids in Iran to free them from the evil Islam. You're the evil one, Franklin Graham, bombing kids, giving Trump a blowjob for Epstein. You should be packing Christmas presents for those kids and sending humanitarian aid, not bombs. That's what Samaritan's Purse is.
You're not getting safe subways because we bombed Iran. The price of going to a Knicks game isn't going down because we bombed Iran. You're not going to Madison Square Garden for free because we bombed Iran. Enough! Enough wars! They lied about Iraq. They lied about Afghanistan. They're lying about this. We're done. No more.
Would you like to say no war with Iran? You can be there.
Oh, yeah.
Here you go.
Iran, the people of Iran are not our enemies.
Yeah.
And we had no reason to bomb them.
But there's no way this economy can continue the way it is. It can't continue by going to war with Iran or any nation, including Venezuela. Because every dollar that we spend in war means one less dollar that can be spent here. It's one less dollar to feed a hungry child. One less dollar to make sure someone has a roof over their head.
Iran is not a threat to us. Iran is not a threat to America. Iran has a long record of standing not just with the Palestinians, but with the people on the African continent, with the people in Ireland fighting against the British Empire. Iran has a long record of standing with oppressed people.
Yeah, right.
That's absolutely. There's a street in Iran named for Bobby Sands, the Irish freedom fighter. Yeah, fuck the British Empire. Fuck the British Empire and what they did. Fuck Wall Street imperialism. Fuck imperialism. I've been to Iran and I've seen with my own eyes how they have pictures of Malcolm X. America first, not Israel first. America first, not Wall Street first. America first, not the role of international bankers and corporations. Iran is a country that has stood with oppressed people around the world. They stood with the Black Freedom Movement. There are pictures in Iran of Malcolm X, big murals. I've been there and I've seen it. I've seen how they stand with the Irish people. I've seen how they've stood with people on the African continent. Our government called Nelson Mandela a terrorist, but Iran gave funding and support to Nelson Mandela when our government called him a terrorist. Iran is not our enemy. Israel first is not how it should be. It should be America first. America first, not Israel first. America first, not Israel first. Iran is not our enemy. Iran is not our enemy. No more wars for Israel. No more wars for imperialism. No more wars for Wall Street. Build up America. Build up the American working families. Invest in this country, not in killing people around the world.
Today we really hit a nerve with people here down at Union Square.
A lot of people resonate with the message. I think they like seeing the American flag in conjunction with this anti-war movement because that's the majority of Americans' thoughts. You don't have to be any particular political follower. You don't have to be left or right or anything to be anti-war. Most Americans are anti-war.
People were very open and very receptive to our message about anti-imperialism and really connected with why we shouldn't be at war with Iran or any other country that chooses to be sovereign.
And this particular war, we made it very clear, we had no interest in a war with Iran. So I think it resonates with people here and all across the country.
People think that, there's some benefit to war. There's no benefit to war if you're a working class person. And like I said, those same people have no problem harming us as well. They have no problem throwing bombs at us if they have to in order to reset this economy. People, we need to wake up and we need to have a conscience. So many people call themselves a Christian. Well, do you think God is going to forgive you when the bombs come here?
You would need a mass movement of people demanding an economic program that would require them to move away from.
You think they're any less than you are or I am? They're not.
Well, I think religion is a big part of
our integrity. Please join us.
To help the world. You're not helping your family by doing nothing. I understand we need to go on with our lives. We all have things to do. But you can set aside some time and connect with your fellow citizens about why it's wrong to sit quietly and do nothing. We need a movement to demand a government of action for working families because there is abundance for everyone, not just for the people at the top that obviously want to stay in control of what's happening now. Peace, now. No war with Iran, now.
The U.S. has been trying to overthrow any sovereign government of Iran that thinks the oil of Iran and the resources of Iran belong to the people of Iran. And that's what we believe at the Center for Political Innovation. We believe in the sovereignty of all countries. We say no war with Iran. We say bring the troops home, spend the money at home. We need to rebuild infrastructure, healthcare, and education. We need to improve the job market and the U.S. economy, not worry about what other countries are doing and not try to destabilize them on behalf of the oil monopolies.
How do you think it went?
Oh, I thought it was great. We had some great chants and music, no war with Iran, and also other people joined in that they cheered as they were walking by, and one guy actually wanted to jump in the video and say no war with Iran, so
yeah,
reaching out to people.
Yeah, that was cool. And across the street at the gas station, there were people coming out of their cars. They looked like they were Somalis, and they were cheering, and they were fist up, and they were so excited. And a gal walked, two girls walked by, and they were chanting with us, "No war with Iran, no war with Iran."
Yeah.
It was cold too, and it was dark, but we did it.
Yeah,
we did it. Good job.